Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin Issue number 2, brought to you by RatedComics. I know I'm a little late to this, but then again, better late than never. Let's get to it. The issue shows an aged April waking up in her apartment bed and taking a tense trip down memory lane in a flashback to the night the Foot Clan began their final war against the Turtles. She recalls the start of the Turtles' downfall, which began on a night meant to be a celebration. Flashing back to April's apartment years in the past, April and Casey Jones prepare a meal for the Turtles and their master Splinter. It's a party to tell them the news that April and Casey are engaged to be married, but things immediately go wrong as Michelangelo bursts in, followed by Raphael and Donatello, who carries a mortally wounded Splinter. The trio of Turtles explain that they were ambushed by the Foot Clan immediately on leaving the sewers, with Splinter taking the brunt of the assault. Leonardo arrives moments later, explaining that he managed to fight off the remainder of the Foot Clan. He decides to take Splinter to get help from a doctor, but it's too late. Splinter passes away, stating that he knows the Foot Clan's attacked, breaking a long-standing truth with the Turtles because Shredder's daughter Karai sees it as her duty to end the feud between Shredder's Oroku clan and Shredder's Hamato clan in blood. The flashbacks are the most intriguing and tragic part of the story. As the title implies, Michelangelo is now the last Ronin, a masterless warrior who has also lost his brothers and his father. Mikey, who is often known as a jokester of the Turtles, and he's personally my favorite Ninja Turtle, is suffering from scars from both mental and physical. And from the way his brothers are haunting him, or at least always showing up in his past, those mental scars run deep. I mean, it's funny, it's cool that they're shadowy figures talking to him. Is he talking to himself? But those scars run deep. They're haunting him, or they're just forever there. This is portrayed with the shot back to present version of Mikey recovering April's home. He continues his conversation with his deceased brothers, which starts off quite peaceful, but a rage soon boils over in the ninja, much like the heated tea kettle he sets. It's clear Mikey still struggles to forgive Raphael for his hot-headedness. I mean, come on, that's what makes Raphael, right? His actions on the night of the Foot Clan's attack were the last straw, and they were revealed in the next few panels. Switching back to the past, Raphael runs off bloodily and mercilessly, fighting his way through dozens of Foot Clan ninja furiously as he shouts, "You ambushed my family! Killed my father! Only one way this ends!" Until he comes face to face with Karai. The two clash and Raphael drags her underwater. It seems he has the upper hand thanks to his amphibious mutation. However, Karai has one last trick up her sleeve, stabbing Raphael under his jaw and killing him instantly. She rises to the surface of the water as he sinks lifelessly below, his sides showing the full page descending in the deep red water. Back in the present of the last Ronin, Michelangelo and April catch up over breakfast. Though there's a gap in time in which Leonardo and Donatello die, that's not been spelled out on this page. It's spelled out in issue number 4. Mikey and April refer to an explosion that is apparently the cause of April's injury, which is her prosthetic arm and leg. They have a subtly tense conversation about how they're glad the other is still alive, despite everything, and Mikey's confusion over how he survived that fall years ago when it should have killed him. April then calls out the name Casey for breakfast, and Michelangelo is shocked that another old friend may still be alive, but it's not Casey. But Mikey is even more surprised that it's not April's now presumably dead past fiance who answers, but the young woman who found and rescued him at the end of the last Ronin issue number 1, Casey and April's daughter, Casey Maurice Jones. As Casey marvels at meeting a still living hero for her mother's stories, there is a lighthearted conversation between the two. Across town, Karai's son Hiroto, who is the current head of the Foot Clan and Mikey's target in the first issue, vows to kill every member of the Foot who fails to bring Michelangelo to him, ramping up the threat against Mikey, Casey, and the Resistance. Meanwhile, he tells Casey that they will fill Mikey in at a later time, but Casey continues to follow and question Michelangelo about himself and what's happened to him in the previous years. She's marveling at the fact that she might be able to stand side by side with the one and only Michelangelo. Casey explains to him that she studied numerous martial arts and is part of the resistance to the Foot Clan, and they want to help him on the mission to destroy the Foot. Asking if Casey's told April what she knows of this mission and how she was injured, she says she hasn't, but wants to know how he was able to survive. Mikey explains that after the loss of his family, he went into the wilderness to die. But rather than dying, his mutation progressed and adapted to survive, making him stronger and tougher, setting out to fight the Foot Clan. Michelangelo explains that he mastered every fighting style, contained in Splinter's old journal, including the weapons of his now dead brothers. Casey persists on letting her crew help Michelangelo in his mission to kill the last Oroku, and he tries to dissuade her from the desire to join his quest. But eventually, he accents, saying, "I can't decide if you're more like your mother or like your dad." But back in the old turtle's lair, April seems to have her secret of her own. In her quarters, she opens up a safe marked Salo and retrieves a metallic head Fugitoid, after which the issue comes to an end with the more anticipated for the next. Now, there's still some lingering questions that will be revealed in time with the next issues. Obviously, you can check out those issues on this channel, issues number 3 and 4. Issue number 5, I can't wait for that to come out. Explain the events that led us to April and Michelangelo's current state and the loss of all the mutant turtles that left Michelangelo to fight on his own for the honor of his family. In my personal opinion, it seems like April continues to be the rock of all this, but Michelangelo is the core. He's the heartbeat of all of this. Though these days she lives more like a Ninja Turtle, Casey Marie established herself as an interesting character with the moxie and the intellect of her mom and need for physical justice just like her pops. Now, obviously, issue number 3 teases the fate of Casey Jones and Leonardo and the return of Fugitoid, and issue number 4 shows the death of Donatello and Master Splinter. Now, the Last Ronin issue number 2 keeps the energy and impactful punches of issue number 1 and is proving to be a bold, dark, and interesting tale within the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle world. I cannot wait for the final issue of this series to come out. With that being said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin issue number 2. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Not to mention, link in the description if you wish to add any of these comic books to your comic book collection. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.